TIFU by hospitalizing my 9Y, oh brother. Typing this out from the waiting room. I feel so guilty and my mum won't even look me in the eye. Today, my 17M brother, 9M, wanted to play on my Xbox in my room, which I, reluctantly, said yes to. But since we moved in last week, my room, which is small anyway, is still mostly full of boxes, so there really isn't much room to move at all. He was sitting on the floor playing Minecraft and I was sat on my bed doing a Superman puzzle when my mum called me into the kitchen to help her reach something. This is when I fucked up. So, as I said, there isn't much space in my room, especially at the end of my bed where the TV is right next to my door, and as I tried to squeeze past to leave to go to my mum in the kitchen, I accidentally bumped into the TV stand and the worst thing possible happened: the TV fell onto my brother. He started screaming and everything up until now was one big blur. My mum came running in, shouting, asking what happened, and calling for my dad, while I just stood there, watching it all happen from outside my room. It was like I was frozen. My mum screamed at my dad to phone an ambulance, but I couldn't see my brother, so I took a step forward and saw that his head was bleeding, and at this point I was really panicking. My dad told me to go downstairs and let anyone who knocks on the door inside, so I did. I waited by the door, and a few minutes later, paramedics knocked on the door, so I let them in. My mum went in the ambulance with him, while my dad and I followed in a car. We got there about 15 minutes after my mum did, and I heard her tell my dad that my brother will be okay. But she still refuses to speak to me, even after I asked her what's going on with my brother, and I haven't heard anything from a doctor yet, and it's been about half an hour now. Sorry if this is difficult to read, I just feel so guilty and anxious for hurting my brother. TLDR. My brother was playing games in my room and I accidentally dropped a TV on his head, putting him in hospital. Update 1. My dad and I are home now. My brother's going to be fine, but possibly staying overnight at hospital. Just to be safe, and my mum's going to stay with him. My dad has told me my mum's not angry, she was just scared for my brother, and I've spoken to her on the phone, it's all good. I've tidied up my room and moved the TV so it's safe now, and I bought some snacks for him when he gets back. Thanks everyone for the kind words, I will update when he's home again. Update 2. He's home. My brother is going to be absolutely fine. I gave him some of the snacks and loads of hugs, he's doing great. Smiley face. Here are some details I've seen people ask about in the comments. Yes, the TV still works, miraculously, as it landed on carpet. The TV was just a small flat screen. I don't know the right terminology for it, but it's really tiny as I don't have the space for a bigger one. The reason my brother's head was bleeding was because the plastic in the corner of the TV is what hit his head, which I think scraped his head, leaving a small cut. Seeing blood, even a small amount, made everyone panic, which is why he went to hospital and my mum gave me the silent treatment. It was scary.